But throughout this process, Pharaoh was shown grace and given some respite, a bit of a break. After each one of these undeserved mercies, he hardened his heart against the Lord. Even after multiple promises that he would let the Israelites go, Pharaoh's heart remained hard. 5 times in a row, in fact, Pharaoh stubbornly refused once the plague was lifted.
No.
Until a sudden shift in narrative takes place. Suddenly, God is described as being the one who hardens Pharaoh's heart. This concept raises an important and scary question. Does God harden people's hearts, resulting in condemnation? Well, let me add another piece to the puzzle. Check out this verse from the book of Proverbs. He who is often reproved, yet stiffens his neck, will suddenly be broken beyond healing. But that's not all. In Romans 9, Paul makes a reference to Pharaoh, where God says something very unexpected. He explains why he hardened Pharaoh's heart. I raise you up for this very purpose, that I might display my power in you and that my name may be proclaimed in all the earth. He goes on to say that he has mercy on whom he wills and hardens whom he wills. He later goes on to say that God has made different people for different purposes, some for mercy and some for destruction. So it almost sounds like God creates some people for mercy and life, and others to be used ultimately for destruction. But it gets even stranger. Earlier in Romans, we read about God's wrath being poured out on those who suppress the truth. Paul talks about God giving people over to their lusts and to a debased mind to do what ought not be done. So what's going on here? It seems to me that if you combine these concepts together, you get a clearer picture. Notice how it says God has endured with much patience vessels prepared for destruction. It seems to me that the problem here is that certain people, when they are confronted with the truth of God, when they are witnesses of the divine power and saving grace, reject it again and again and again, until they cement themselves as a person whose only function will be as a demonstration of God's wrath. I'll summarize this concept in 1 or 2 simple sentences at the end of the video, so please stick around if you want to know how that could be possibly done. So what have we got so far? We know that Jesus taught about an unforgivable sin, something so vile it cannot be absolved. We know that there was a distinction made between the Son and the Spirit, and we know that God can and does harden the hearts of humans so that his name may be exalted throughout the world. But one thing you're probably concerned about is this. Could you commit the sin by accident? Is it possible to stub your toe, shout out something you shouldn't say, and be forever condemned to hell as a result? Is it a reality that in a moment of rage I could shout a curse at God and find myself under his judgment forever? One of the 10 commandments, the third to be precise, is you shall not take the Lord's name in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain. Now I don't know about you, but if breaking this commandment will send you straight to hell, I really wish Jesus mentioned it as the most important of the lot. James certainly condemns the destructive power of our tongues. He even says if you deceive your heart and don't bridle your tongue, your religion is worthless. So what we say certainly matters, but can you really say something once that will forever damn you? My answer to this is